Listen up, ladies, because men don't really want a good woman. So you've been taught during your whole life that men want a good woman. They want a woman they can trust. They want a woman they can make sure is going to be there waiting for them. Well, that's not the real deal, and it's not the reality. Like every time you are dealing with a man, you start thinking that maybe you should be the nice girl, you should be the good girl. Well, that's not going to be working at all. That's not going to work. So reason why it's not gonna work is pretty simple. Like every time you're dealing with a guy and you start showing him signs of interest, then he's probably gonna be like, okay, so you really are interested in me, so I can be sure about you. I won't need and I won't show you any other signs of um, courtship, so it won't be courting you at all, and it will just relax. So every time a man sees that you are basically convinced about him, I mean, you're convinced about yourself, so you're convinced. Now, conviction is pretty hard to handle because men think they know more than you when you show them that you really care and you show them that you love them. So they don't want a good woman. Reason they don't want a good woman is because when you are a good woman, you're showing conviction about your feelings, and when they know that you truly love them, then you're fucked. So I hear so many clients in my coaching calls in Italy. They all have the same problem. So all women that come into consultations with me, they all have the same problem, same issue. And the issue is they don't know how to handle good and bad sides of. They don't know how to handle their good side and they don't know how to show their bad side. You see, each one of us has a good and a bad side. So we all have our dark side or good side. And what you want to be focusing on is knowing when to show your good side and dark side. So if you know that when you're dealing with a man, you're showing the good side, and that good side in that specific moment gives you a good reaction, you're gonna make you're gonna have a lot of from it. You're gonna make some money from it. Okay, I'm not talking about money, but you're gonna make some love from it. You're gonna get some love. So say you're a woman wants to be loved by a man, then you have to know when to show the good side in the right moment. Now you see there's this duality, like you have this kind of duality. There's this amazing song from the Slipknot. I love listening to them when I'm in the gym, and they actually say there's this song called the duality. Now, when you embrace duality, you are literally a good woman. You are a bad woman when you don't embrace duality, but a bad woman means you are a nice girl, and nice girl finish last. I know there's a big guy, Gary Vee, I really love him, he helped me so much. He says, nice guy doesn't finish last, he finished first. Well, that may be true in business, because in business-wise, I strongly believe that. But when we're talking about relationships advice, well, basically that's bullshit. So you get for granted by a man, you are granted by a man, and you are doomed to being completely controlled by him. So you're not going to get any results at all. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. And of course, that's the way you want to be thinking about it. You want to basically start thinking about the fact that being a good woman is completely wrong, completely bad, and it's not gonna get you any results at all. So yeah, just don't do it. So how can you be a good woman by being a bad woman? How can you actually use your good side and your dark side? That's what I'm gonna be talking to you today about. And it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is you have to start thinking about okay, so you gotta start thinking about when I'm actually gonna use this. Okay, is it the right time to use this? Like, for example, is it the right time to use this kind of strategy right now with a guy? Like, is it the right time to not text the guy? Is it the right time not to send him any message by now? Or is it the right time to send him a message? Okay, so that's the way you want to be using your mental process, your mind, your brain. Otherwise, you're gonna get brain rotted and you're gonna get fucked, and you don't want to. Well, that's jokes aside. So yeah, I'm just joking. Obviously, I'm just joking. Don't take it seriously, girls. I'm just joking. Okay. So easy being said, hard being done. Like for example, like when you choose not to text to a guy, you're not texting the guy because you know that if you text him, he's gonna take you for granted, and also not texting the guy means that you're actually choosing to be desirable. So as a woman, you have to understand you want to always be desired by men. You want them to spark you want to spark their desire. Once you put the desire off and you turn it off like if it was a flame or like a bonfire burning, and then you start throwing water in it and it just starts turning off, it goes off completely. When that's something you don't want to do, and you do that when you tell a man that you love him every day, you text him every day, you search, you look for him, you do everything he wants, and you always pray for him to stay with you. Of course you don't have to do that, do you? Now, this being said, what can I say? Well, I can tell you some strategies you can use so you can be a bad woman, another good woman. That would be the best thing ever you could do. So the strategies is pretty simple. Like the strategy is this. You want to use a simple math equation. I discovered this like 3 days ago, and I've been doing this job for like 7 years. I've been, running my business in Italy, dating and relationship coaching business. Now going broad, I just want to, speak in English, just serve clients in the US. That's what I want to do in the long run. In the future, that'd be amazing. Of course, you never know what happens, but I mean, that's my mission, just online, purely online. And you want to solve this by just using these simple equations. Now, when I used to be a young kid, I was I was going to school, like, so there was this amazing teacher. I wish I had her, like, oh my God, she was super hot, by the way. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna show you guys, you have to do this, you have to do this, this equals this, x times y, blah, 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 whatever it is. And so this kind of thought just came to my mind 3 days ago. It was like 4 days ago now. I just discovered this after 7 years of my business. And I discovered that, like, if you like, minus times minus equals plus. Now I think it's the same for it's a basic equation, when there's something minus, you multiply that for minus, okay, and it gives you a plus. Jesus Christ, that's magic. Like, it's magic. Like, has in maths, in relationships, it's the same old thing. Like, it's the same old thing means that in relationships, when someone is giving you scraps, you give them scraps on the other side. You give them scraps back, okay? So if a man is actually not texting, not rewarding you, do you think that you should be texting him? Do you think that you should be kind of asking him for help or some shit like that? Of course you should not. If he gives you a minus, you should give him a minus. And then just wait for the guy to come back craving for you, crumbling, and trying to beg for your attention. That's what you want to do. Now, if you do that, then you manage to, make him come back and you gain your power back. And just enough with the bullshit of the dark feminine energy, the masculine energy, all that plain bullshit, which is just pure energy. It's dominating and receiving energy. That's all it is. It's not about having dark feminine energy, just a marketing thing. It's just a marketing thing. I mean, there's the basic strategies that you have to basically understand the maths behind the human beings, the human behavior. If you want to have a good, healthy relationship, you have to know when you should be a toxic woman, when you should be a good woman. If you don't know these things, you will never perform good in relationships. You will keep on having problems, issues, and you will get to 80 years old. You will be looking backwards. You will be like, what the fuck have I done? I've wasted years of my life trying to get a man by being authentic, by being a good woman, by doing what my mother told me. Well, guess what? Your mother didn't know jack shit, okay? And all you had to do was to basically just focus on yourself, trying to understand that when you're dealing with men, you have to apply the right strategies. So if you have to only take something away from this video, just take away this thing. Minus equals, or well, minus times minus equals plus. So just keep in mind, you're dating a guy, the guy is not doing what you want. You give him scraps back. You give him the toxicity back. That's what you have to do. You do this, you dominate the world, you change your behavior, and you bring a healthier world to rise.